Good morning, my dear students. And let us continue the three questions. 2.2. The king brought some fresh water and gave it to him. The bearded man who was coming, he was wounded, and he was asked for something. So, because he was wounded, so the king brought some fresh water and gave it to him, to that bearded man. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool, so the king, with hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut. The man lay three quietly with his eyes closed. So, meanwhile, what happened? That time was the sunset, and so there was sun had set and it had become cool because there was now it was not a daytime. It was becoming the darkness. So the king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut. And so the hermit carried the man into the hut because he was wounded. The man lay three quietly with his eyes closed. By now the king was so tired after his walk and the work had done that he lay down himself and also fell asleep. So, actually at the same time, the king was also so tired because he helped the hermit that time. And so that, so the king also lay down and he went for sleep. When he awoke in the morning, it took him some time to remember where he was and who was the strange bearded man laying by his side and gazing intently at him. Actually, the bearded man, that he was wounded and he was carried by the hermit into his hut and he went for sleep. At the same time, the king also went for sleep in the hut. But when he woke up early in the morning, that time he didn't understand. He did remember who was a bearded man beside him. Gazing intently at him, and so that's why he didn't understand who is that man, who was that man beside him laying down, and so he was stared at him for a long time. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him. So beside the king, the bearded man was laying down. He was sleeping. But when he wake up early in the morning, and when he saw the king was staring at him, looking at him for a long time, then he said, the bearded man said, "Oh, please forgive me, and in a low voice," he said in a low voice. And when he saw the king was awake, he was looking at him. "I don't know you, and I have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. Actually, the king also didn't understand how he is saying and what he is saying. So he said, "I don't know who are you, and I have nothing to forgive you." Who said? The king said to the bearded man, You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore to revenge himself on you because you executed his brother and seized his property." The bearded man said to the king, "Yes, you don't know about me, but I know you. And I am that enemy of yours. Who swore to revenge himself on you because you executed his brother and seized his property." Because I am the enemy of you, and who swore to revenge himself on you because you, means the king, executed his brother and seized his property. "I know you had gone along to see that hermit, and I resolved to kill you on your way back, but the day passed and you did not return." Actually, I had the idea about you that you are going in the forest to find out the hermit who was a wise man, and so I was pursuing you, but your bodyguards were there, and that is why that is why I could not pursue you. But the day passed and you did not return, so I came out of my ambush to find you. And actually, I was in the way, on the way, and I was waited for a long time. You were returning, but you did return, and so I came. I pursued you, but you don't know. You don't have any. You don't know about me, but I know you. So I came out of my ambush to find you. Your bodyguards recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from them, but would have bled to death had you not raised my wound. I wished to kill you, but you have saved my life. Now, if I live and if you wish it, I will serve you all of my life. I was wounded man because I was pursuing you, but the bodyguards were recognized me and they wounded me, and just is why I was pursuing you. I came to you and you saved my life. If you forgive me, if you give me a reward of my life, then I will serve you all of my life. All of my life. The king was very glad to have made peace with an enemy so easily and to have gained him for a friend. And so that is why the king was glad, because he was saying, if you forgive me, I will serve you all my life. And so the king was glad, and so he made peace with an enemy too easily, and to have gained him for a friend. He not only forgave him, but said he would send his men and his own physician to attend to him. And the king then took leave him and went out of the hut to look for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to beg for an answer to the questions, and he asked. The hermit was outside on his knees, sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. Not only the king promised to save the life, but also, to look after that wounded man. He assured him, and so he sent his men for his dressing the wound and for his looking after, because he was so wounded. The blooding was there, and at the same time, the hermit was outside on his knees, and what he was doing? He was sowing the seeds in his beds that had been dug the day before. The king approached him and said, "For the last time, I pray you to answer my questions, wise man." When he was sowing the seeds in the beds that had been dug in the last day before, the king approached him and said, "For the last time, I pray you to answer my questions, wise man." What about my questions? Because what I asked you about the questions, those I want the answers. So what is for that? "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still crouching on his thin legs and looking up at the king who stood before him. "You have already been answered," said the hermit. O king, O majesty, you have got the answers of your questions already. Who said? The hermit said. Because still crouching means bending on his thin legs and looking up at the king who stood before him. "What do you mean?" asked the king. "Do you not see?" replied the hermit. "If you would not pitied my weakness yesterday and stayed to dig these beards for me, you would have gone back and been killed by that man. And so the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, the most important time was when you were attending to that man, for if you would not bound his wounds, you would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember, then there is only one time that is important now. It is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. The most necessary person is the one with whom you are, for you do not know whether you will ever have dealing with anyone else, and the most important thing is to do this person good, because for that purpose alone were you sent into this life. So the hermit, the wise person, said the king that already you have got the answers of your questions, and he explained that if you not pitied my weakness yesterday and not stayed to dig these beards for me, you would have gone back and been killed by that man. That was the first answer of the question. And so the most important time was when you were digging the beards, and I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, the most important time was when you are attending to that man, for if you not bound his wounds, you would have died without having made peace with you. That is the second answer of the question. And so he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember, then there is only one that time is important now, and it is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. It is the most important time because it is the only time when we have any power. The most necessary person is the none with whom you are, for you do not know whether you will ever have dealing with anyone else, and the most important thing is to do this person good, because for that purpose alone were you sent into this life. So these are the answers of these questions we explained. The hermit explained to the king, because you means you are the answer of your questions, and already you got the answers of these three questions. So in this way we have learned this, we have learned this lesson, this chapter, the three questions. So you read this lesson at home and just find out the hard words and copy the hard words in your notebook. So let us stop here. Thank you.